Real focus is about selective attention. It's like a spotlight in a dark room. In this case, you can't see the whole room at once. Then you have to choose what to illuminate. So having a growth mindset is you realizing that your attention is your highest valuable currency. Therefore, stop spending it on notifications, dramas, unnecessary dramas, unnecessary conversations, unnecessary talk. Busy work that doesn't move the needle. Focus isn't a gift, it's a muscle. So every time you feel like pressing your phone and you don't, you just did a rep for your brain. Start small. Set a timer for 25 minutes. One task, no distractions. That's how to build the discipline that is required for a growth mindset. So if you are ready to stop wasting your potential and start building your focus, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are yet to subscribe to ChristyNuga Motivation. Remember this, where focus goes, energy flows. Subscribe for more mindset shifts videos. Every Thursday, new video drops. What is the one thing you're going to focus on today? Let me know in the comments. I read all comments. Thank you for watching. It's a wrap right now. Bye-bye. I want us to consider another angle in our lesson for today. The lesson of resilience. But not from me, from nature. Yes, you're welcome to ChristyNuga Motivation, a channel that is on motivation, personal growth mindset. And the category for this channel is education. Let's look at today's lesson from another angle. Remember that we are in a series of focus. But then I want to shift your mind, your focus to something else, which is resilience. Resilience simply means refusing to give up in spite of the challenges, in spite of difficulties, in spite of daily discouragements. They say nature is the best teacher, but the truth is it's the Creator's classroom. Today, I'm finally harvesting this bunch. This bunch. Okay. I'll show you in the pictures. And it's a living reminder of why God tells us to look at the world around us. Nature is filled with a lot of lessons we can learn. Talking about the fig tree, a lesson from the ant also is another reference by our Lord Jesus Christ for us to go and learn from. The lesson from the ants teaches us diligence even in dry season. Listen to this, my story. A few months ago, this plant looked finished. It was drying up and I almost lost hope. Actually didn't know that it would survive. But the Bible refers us to Proverbs chapter 6, verse 6, about the story of the ants that does not wait to be told what to do, when to do it, but rather they keep working. Proverbs 6:6 says, "Go to the ants, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise." Even when this plant looked dead, its roots were working like the ant, storing up energy. It was storing up strength, preparing for the season to turn. It didn't stop working on the inside, even though the weather was harsh. Then the shift happened, just like in Matthew 24, verse 32. Jesus said, "Learn the parable of the fig tree. When its branch is yet tender and puts forth leaves, you know that summer is near." I saw that tender moment. The bud showed up. The cone showed up. That thing that opens, that reveals the plantain, the banana, whatever. And then that was my sign. It was nature's way of telling me that the dry season was over and the summer of my harvest was right at the door. As the cone was opening, gradually, Watching these small plantains developing, growing, was a testimony that God's word is actually true. It's as sure as the seasons. Psalm 1 verse 3 promises us that if we stay rooted, we'll be like a plant that yielded its fruits in its season. The harvest didn't happen on my timeline, but it happened in God's own. It happened when the plant was ready. The plant survived its struggle to show God's glory, the lesson of resilience. Is there anything in your life today that looks dry and you're almost giving up? I would suggest you don't. Just look at the ant. Keep working. Keep struggling. Keep keeping on. Keep going. Look at the trees. Wait for your bud. Your season of harvest is coming. Just like this harvest of today. What are you staying rooted for right now? Let's encourage each other in the comments. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way again with another wonderful video of mine, keep watching ChristyNuga Motivation. Subscribe if you're yet to do that. Comment, share it. Apart from the plants, apart from nature, when you consider those people who you know have succeeded, let them tell you their story. Everybody has a backstory, from struggles to success. Let us practice focus. Let us practice that refusal to give up. Let's be resilient. Thank you for your time. Until I come your way again, it's a wrap for right now. Bye. Have you ever paused and really asked yourself, who am I becoming? Not just what am I becoming, but who is my future self? Am I living in alignment with that person from now? The truth is, your life is always moving in the direction of the person you're becoming. In this final episode of the Wire Your Mind for Growth series, we're talking about vision, purpose, identity, service, and intentionally designing a growth-driven life. This final episode is about transformation, alignment, becoming. I urge you to take a deep breath, relax, and let's step into your future self together. One of the deepest human needs is direction. Without direction, one would just be drifting in circles. Without vision, we don't drift forward. We drift in circles. Vision isn't fantasy. Vision is actually about clarity, about who you really want to become. It sounds something like this. I want to become disciplined. I want to become generous. I want to become kind. I want to become honest. I want to become peaceful. I want to become bold. I want to become excellent. I want to become dependable. Vision is about identity, not possessions. Cars get old, titles fade, followers disappear. The only thing that lasts is who you have eventually become. So I want you to ask yourself right now, who would people say I had become if my life ended in old age? Kind, strong, wise, courageous, a servant leader, faith-filled, a light to others. That is your true vision. And when your true vision is rooted in character, your life gains direction, and direction gives you peace. You do not grow into your goals, rather you grow into your identity. So, if you see yourself as being inconsistent, you will behave inconsistently. But when your identity shifts, your behavior follows. Note this, people don't just quit bad habits. Rather, they outgrow them. Instead of you to say, I'm trying to be disciplined, you could say, I'm someone who honors my commitments. Instead of you saying, I am trying to be confident. You could say, I am someone who shows up even when I feel afraid. Identity, not effort, drives transformation. Every day ask yourself, what would my future self do right now? Let me tell you, your future self wakes up with intention, speaks with grace, chooses growth over comfort, acts with integrity, takes responsibility, builds instead of complains, serves instead of competes. And the more you act like that person now, the faster you become that person. Most people don't live intentionally, they live reactively. They don't choose their emotions, their thoughts, their decisions. Life just happens to them. But intentional living sounds like I choose what I focus on. I choose what I feed my mind on. I choose to grow every day. Your life isn't an accident. Your life is not random. You are not drifting. Every choice today is a vote for the future you're building. So be intentional about how you spend your time, what you feed your mind on, the words you speak, the people you surround yourself with, the values you live by. Whether you notice it or not, you are rehearsing the future every single day. Let's talk about meaning. True growth isn't about you becoming stronger, winning, becoming better, succeeding. Rather, it's about making others better because you existed. Purpose isn't about fame, not about applause. Rather, it's about service. Purpose is found in service. Purpose sounds like, because I lived, somebody learned. Because I lived, somebody healed. Because I lived, somebody became better. Because I lived, somebody grew. Because I lived, somebody believed in themselves. Because I lived, somebody saw kindness, consistency, love. Service gives meaning to growth. When your growth stops being about you, then you become unstoppable. Here are 5 daily identity questions to live by. Who am I becoming? What habits today supports that identity? What mindset do I need to release? Who can I serve or encourage today? Did I live aligned or am I on autopilot? Imbibe this one powerful practice. Future self-alignment exercise. Every morning, ask, what would my future self do today? And then do one thing in alignment to that answer. Daily alignment creates lifelong transformation. Even though this is the final episode of the series, Rewire Your Mind for Growth, but know that it's the beginning of a new version of you. A you with vision, identity, purpose, resilience, intention, growth, self-awareness, compassion, purpose, discipline, and most importantly, a heart set on becoming, not just appearing. Finally, let me just say, you don't have to rush. You just have to grow every day. Keep becoming, keep building, keep honoring the future you. Your life is a gift. Make it count. Not just for you, but for everyone your life will touch. If this episode or this series has spoken to you, like it, comment, subscribe to ChristyNuga Motivation. Subscribe for more growth-driven content. Don't forget to share this episode with someone who needs growth direction. Remember, you're not behind because I'm cheering for you. Keep building, keep going, keep walking, work smart, don't just work hard. Keep watching ChristyNuga Motivation for content on motivation, personal growth, mindset growth. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way again with another wonderful video on personal growth and mindset growth. It's a wrap for right now. Bye-bye. Imagine effortlessly locking into any task, crushing your goals, still feeling energized all day. The key? Well, it's all about your environment and your energy. You're welcome to ChristyNuga Motivation. This video begins a new series. For proper understanding, you need to watch this video. Why focus is your superpower. A new series starts, and this is episode 2. What if I told you that it's not depending only on your willpower or focus? It goes well beyond that. What I'm saying is that it's deeply connected to two powerful forces. It's connected to your environment and your energy levels. Today, we're diving deep into how to optimize both and become unstoppable. That is how we can optimize both to achieve unstoppable focus. Let's dive in. First up, your environment. Remember how we discussed in the previous video how your environment is the number one distraction to you, to your focus. A negative environment is a major enemy of focus. Why is this? Your surroundings always competes for your attention. Consider this: a messy desk or a disorganized room creates a visual distraction. Why? Because our brain is wired to focus. Your brain unconsciously processes all that chaos, pulling energy away from your main task. Whether it's loud music, chattering colleagues, or street sounds, well, constant noise makes it incredibly hard to concentrate. Our brains are wired to react to new sounds, pulling our attention away from the task at hand. If you feel uncomfortable, your body sends signal to your brain, making it difficult to immerse yourself in the work. As previously discussed, talking about creating a workspace, even a corner in a room neatly kept arranged for that purpose. A dedicated workspace signals to your brain that this is business time, strictly for business, so you shun every distraction. Make that your dedicated workspace more comfortable for you so that your body will not be screaming for attention, thereby distracting you, like me. So in my own case, this environment seems more comfortable for me. So that's why I'm always standing here. Even if I choose to sit, I use this space. When you're in this place, how do you get rid of noise? You use noise cancelling headphones. Choose quieter time of day. There are times when your environment is more quiet. Maybe that's the time you should set for your business time. By consciously shaping your physical space, you remove countless distractions to your focus. Let's talk about energy. Having fixed your environment, if your energy is drained, there's no way you'll be able to focus. In a nutshell, sustained focus is difficult to achieve with drained levels of energy. The point is, your brain needs fuel and rest to perform at its peak. This isn't about feeling awake. Rather, it's about providing for your brain the energy level it needs for deep concentration. The power of sleep is not negotiable. When you are sleep deprived, your cognitive functions, memory, decision making, especially focus, is hit. Strive to always aim for 6 to 9 hours of quality sleep. This is when your brain cleans house and then it's ready for the next day. treat nutrition as fuel. What you eat directly impacts the function of your brain. Think of your brain like a high-performance engine. It needs premium fuel. Good choices like whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats like avocados and nuts, fruits and vegetables provide sustained energy supply. Having discussed good choices, here are examples of bad choices. Consumption of sugary snacks and highly processed foods leads to energy spikes and crashes. This makes you feel sluggish and unable to concentrate. So even short bursts of physical energy can boost blood flow to your brain. This improves alertness and cognitive function. A quick walk can be a fantastic way to reset your brain whenever you feel your focus is fading. Or some stretches can also help you to reset your brain whenever you're feeling your focus is fading. So you wonder, how do we put all this together to achieve focus? Start with set clear goals for your work. Follow it up by preparing your environment. Turn off notifications. Ensure that you are well rested and properly fueled. If the work is taking too long, you can take a minute, short break to stretch, or take a healthy snack to replenish your energy. Listen to your body. If you are feeling a dip in energy, or you're feeling that your environment is becoming noisy, or you're getting distracted, address it immediately. Remember, every time you take control of your environment and manage your energy, you aren't just being productive, you're building mental strength and reinforcing your ability to prioritize what truly matters. So it won't always be easy. Greatness isn't ever easy anyway. What is that one thing you can do today to optimize your environment or boost your energy for better focus?